I'm part of a two-man team that's responsible for the entire life cycle of everything dealing with Linux, and we're a full Red Hat shop. So every server, from its OS management and configuration, and assisting in the app teams and deploying their apps on it, as well as patching, compliance, all that stuff. Uh, I'm it. It's not necessarily Rails specifically. It's stuff that you guys provide with RHEL, like satellite and insights, are very useful, and it really helps set it apart from other flavors of Linux. Uh, Especially with insights, what you guys have now on the cloud version of it. We've been talking with our account rep for a while on things we can get out of it. As compared to what it used to be, which is hosted internally in our company. It's very promising. I'm actually kind of excited for it because it'll help resolve a big pain point with the security department. Well, one of the things, this ties right back to my previous answer. From what it sounds like, the cloud platform for Insights doesn't currently have an easy way to generate CVE compliance reports, because it'll do scans for where you have remediations required, but it does not currently produce those reports in a way that I could just like hand off to our security team and be like, here's our compliance, here's where all the things are, specifically because Red Hat does backporting of patches, and a lot of security tools don't know how to handle that and think that we're vulnerable when we're not. So from everything I've heard, it's possible. That's why I'm excited for it, but it's not easily like push button generate report yet. So we're like working with them to get that in there. I mean, if we get that in, I will shout it to the moon to everyone, because dealing with everyone who's in my position who has to deal with their security departments who use external scanning tools has the exact same complaints I have all the time. In fact, I just did a virtual happy hour with Red Hat, and I brought this up there for the first time, and every single person on that call echoed the exact same complaints I was having.
And these are fellow users?
Yes, they're all people in my position in other companies. I mean, overall, I'd rate RHEL like a solid, maybe like 8.5. Just RHEL in general.
Yeah.
I would say, so I guess to give it more context, my first job in like the Linux ecosystem was in web hosting, and that was basically an all CentOS shop, and it was all very run extremely lean and very bootstrappy, do it on your own. You don't get any support, and for that environment, it was kind of just the way it is. It's very cutthroat. You have to move super fast. Once I moved over to the corporate side, every company I've worked with has been on RHEL, and the thing that really kind of makes it the best choice compared to using another operating system, another flavor of Linux, and just kind of figuring out on your own is the amount of support that Red Hat gives RHEL, as far as extra tools like satellite insights and what's coming up now with Ansible, and especially Ansible Lightspeed, but also like SLAs and stuff like that. Because I mean, it was good learning in that first environment, because there was no tickets, there was no support, it was figure it out. But nowadays, in the court, it's just nice to have, an SLA, an agreement. I can just open a ticket. Yeah. So I mean, I say that that's something that does really well, but I do also want to see it expanded. just more like vendor support at an enterprise level. I'm not sure yet what that would mean. I just have that, like every time we come up for renewal and I look at the price tag and it's like, what else can we do here? I mean, I like what Red Hat is doing. Just, you know, I mean, I literally couldn't do it without it. I mean, if we're talking RHEL specifically, so the OS, Ubuntu, Arch, Debian, Gentoo, Fedora, Slack. On a point-by-point basis, RHEL will not win every time, but I think on a take it from a big picture perspective, RHEL wins out pretty handily across the board. The enterprise tools like satellite and things like that, and the accompanying command line features that are unique to RHEL, and also I would say the stability of the kernel is really important, and we've only started exploring using extended update support, so I can't say like it's important to our company yet, but from me personally, I'm the reason why we're pushing in that direction, and I think that's extremely beneficial. It's still a hill I have to climb though with them. Yes. Yes. All the ones that have been told to me, yes. Yeah. No, yeah, no problems there. For my company, sure.